Welcome back to another video, guys. Today we're going to be talking about my 2024 saddle slash mobile hunting setup. This has really become a big topic within the last few years, hunting saddle, hunting out of tree stands, hunting ground blinds. I personally do all of the above. I think that hunting in what you can, when you can, and when it's necessary is the best way to go. There are times and places for saddle hunting, there are times for tree stands, and there are times for ground blinds. But today we're going to be going over my 2024 saddle slash hunting setup. So let's get into it. Alright, so this year I'm going to be adding some stuff into my setup, and this is one of those things. We got our package today, so we will open it. Last year was my first year saddle hunting, and I really loved it, but there were definitely some things I could improve on, and this is one of them. So we will see what we got in here. And we got ourselves a hat. And with that, you can probably tell what this is going to be, but we have gotten the Tethrd 1 sticks. We got the hat. Well, they sent us a little bag here. And then we got some of the silencing wraps. We'll get that out of the way. But this is going to be a new part of my setup this year, is the Tethrd 1 stick. So let's get these puppies opened. Big problem I had with my last year's setup was having to carry around heavy sticks all the time, and this is somehow stuck. But all right, now that we got this open, like I was saying, a big problem that I had last year was carrying around heavy sticks 24/7, plus the platform and the bow and everything else you're taking up there. So this is going to help tremendously this year with our setup. As we see, it comes in the package here, and here they are. Nothing else in there. Oop. Here are the Tethrd 1 sticks. Open them up. I got the 4-pack. Obviously, the 4-pack is the most they sell together, and wanting to optimize height, want to get as many as possible. So these are the sticks. All right, so we got the sticks apart here. First impressions, these things are incredibly light. I think they're either a pound or slightly under a pound. I can't remember, but they've got their little rope connection system here. Like I said, I did get the stealth sticks, or the stealth coating. I'm not gonna put that on today just because I don't think I'm gonna have enough to do the core plus the step area. So I'm going to put those on later, and we'll just do the video without them today. But that is I've seen other reviews, that is a great way to silence these down. I have seen people put like spray insulation foam inside. So we will take these outside, and I will show you guys how I get up in the tree with my saddle setup. Alright guys, so we're outside. So here we've got my saddle here. It's just a cheaper saddle that I bought off Amazon. Like I said, last year was my first year hunting, so I just bought something kind of cheap just to get me through the year, to see if I even liked it. I'm probably going to end up getting the Tethrd, one of the Tethrd saddles at some point during the season. So it's pretty much your standard saddle though, just like all the other saddles are. You just take it through, step through the bridge and the actual saddle itself, and pull it up, and then you've got a belt buckle to secure you in there. I just have it there, and then you've got your leg straps you bring through and hook on to there on each side. And then this does have an adjustable bridge. I don't know if all saddles have an adjustable bridge or not, but it is nice having an adjustable one for walking in the woods, and once you're actually up there too, just to get your positioning right. And then for a platform, this is actually my girlfriend's cruiser platform. I am getting the Tethrd, what is the Tethrd one? Predator XL. So we're just using this one for now. So I also have my lineman's rope. So you hook your lineman's rope up to one side of your saddle, and then when I'm walking in the woods or doing whatever, I just have it wrapped around my neck like this, and then you've got your actual tether. And when I'm walking in the woods and getting ready, sorry if the neighbors are loud, they're building a fence at the moment. Hopefully it's not too bad. But throw this in my dump pouch here on the side. And then, so this is how I'll walk into the woods like this. I'll tuck this into here, and I'll walk into the woods like this. So once you get to the tree, you find the tree you're gonna be up in. It is very important, for me at least, how I like to run things. I have a little bag bow hook. I'll throw that into the top of this here, or actually I usually put it in the side pouch here. I forgot about that. And then I have my bow rope and my bag rope. So I didn't bring my bow out here now, but you'll get the gist of it. So I'll set that up against the tree there, and then you just unhook this. So you'll take this, your one end, and I just hook it onto one of my loops here, and then hook it onto your bag. And then as you climb up the tree, you'll have everything hooked up to your bag and your bow, and you can just pull it up as you go up. So let's get the sticks and get the climbing. All right, so before you go up, what I did last year, I'm not sure if I'll change it with these sticks since I have different sticks this year, but what I did last year is, it's probably not the smartest move here, but I'll take my platform and just hook it on with this carabiner here. So now I have that on me. And then I'll take one of my sticks. So I'll put my first stick on. Keep in mind too, I do run like little screw-in pegs at the bottom, just so I can get, an extra 8-10 feet as well. But we're just gonna skip that. So I usually do that first. So we're just gonna take the stick here. And throw it around to the other side, maybe. And then you make your loop and your X. And I did it kind of loose because this tree is kind of big. And now it should be in place. Now I'll take the tag in and I'll kind of make a little hitch knot there just to store the excess. So once I got that, I'll take my other sticks and I'll take my tether and I will hook my sticks up to my tether here, or my lineman's rope rather. So I'll do that, and then I'll do the same for the other side once I get my lineman's rope around. So once I get hooked up here, I have my sticks on both sides, and you're good to start climbing. So the first one is this, a little high. So for the first one, you start climbing up and take your lineman's rope. and go up with you. And as the tree gets smaller, obviously, you're gonna wanna tighten up your lineman's rope. So once I'm up the first one, I'll just take one of the sticks off and then do the same thing. Unwrap the sticks. Put the next one on. Once you got your second one on, you go ahead and climb up. On the spacing, I personally try and stretch them out as far as I can go, but you just want to kind of tell. And that's probably about 1.5 feet, maybe 2 feet, if that, probably not. It's just kind of personal preference how far you can stretch, and you got to remember too, when you get into the winter and everything, you're gonna have more clothes on. It's gonna be harder to stretch those steps higher. So you just come up to the next step, and I'll give it a little shake just to make sure it's nice and locked in. And you're just gonna repeat that step over with each stick. So we'll take it, unwrap it here, and do the same thing over and over. Until you get as high as you can go. Make the loop. Tie that off, and then you'll come up, and then for this instance, I'm just going to say, with the branches in the way, I'll just kind of show you how I'll do my platform. So once I get to the top, let's just say I can't go any further. Get the platform off. So I'll take this down just so I can get the strap in. And then kind of tighten it up a little bit there and fold this back up. You want to make sure when you tighten this down, you have your platform folded up, just because it's going to be tightest with that up there. You just take it, really cinch that down, cinch it in there, and then fold your platform out. It'll be nice and stable. That's pretty much it, and you'll climb up on. All right, so we've moved everything down, just one stick, and then put the platform up. So once you know you're 20, 25, 30 feet up in the air, you come up to your top of the stick here, and you'll just step on over to your platform. And still making sure you're secured in here. So first thing I'll do is I'll take out my tether and go ahead and strap up with the tether. I'll bring that around. I usually put it about nose to forehead high. Get everything through. and just cinch that down kind of good. And then that's when I'll untuck my bridge and go ahead and hook my bridge in, lock into the tether, and then adjust that kind of as needed. And then once I'm locked in with the tether, I'll go ahead and take my lineman's belt off, and you should be nice and locked in with your tether and ready to go. So before, when I put the bow hanger in my bag, this is what I use that for. If I can get it out here. I'll take the bow hanger and then I'll screw it in about belt height, maybe a little lower, but you don't want it too high, and I'll show you why. All right, so once you've got that screwed in, then what I'll do is I'll go ahead and pull my bag up. All right, so once I've pulled up my bag and my bow this time, I'll get the bag, my bow, unhook that. I have my bow in my hand, set that here, and I usually have my bow kind of just here. I'll place it here. I'll take out my bow hanger at that point, put in my bow hanger, my camera arm. I'll usually put my camera arm to the right, and I'll have that. But the reason you put your bag in, see, even this is kind of high, I'll have that, is I'll loosen up here and go into the sitting position, and I'll use my bag as a cushion for my knees. So even this is kind of high. So even if you wanted to kind of lower it and sit into the tree and screw in the stake from there, just so you can get a better idea of where your bag's gonna be. So at that point, I have that, have my bow hanger, have the bow up, put the camera arm in, get everything situated, and you'll be ready to shoot this way. And then that's pretty much it. And then once it's time to go, you pretty much do everything in reverse. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And then you can stand, you have access to your bag and everything here, water, snacks, whatever you need. I usually put my grunt tube and everything in here as well. And then I'll take my lineman's belt off and I'll put it into my pouch on the other side here. But I like this setup just because everything's right in front of me. Everything's accessible and easily accessible. So this is a great little setup, and I'll probably tinker with it as we going on through the year as I find things I want to change. But for now, this is pretty much what I do. So throughout the year, you might see kind of how I change it, and then I might do a video at the end of the year too, like a final version of what I thought of this setup. So that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.